Hey everyone, and welcome to day 13 of my 30-day video challenge. Today, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. My message for today is to say yes to adventure. So, a story of bravery now. It's not fighting tigers or anything, but it was brave for me. Um, my beautiful, supportive, lovely husband um, proposed to me in February of 2015, and we got married in February of 2016. So, about halfway between that process, I had decided that I could not do a Tasmanian winter again. They'd been quite severe for the last few years, and the cold also made my fibromyalgia pain a lot worse. So I'd done the test. I've had family in Queensland for a long time, and I knew that I always felt a little bit better in terms of my pain when I've been in Queensland. And so we toyed with the idea of building a house in Tassie, sitting on it for a few years to give us a little bit more income, a little bit more, profit from that sale, and selling it in a few years and maybe breaking into the real estate market on the Gold Coast. But yeah, about 6 months before we got married, we both decided that it was just, we couldn't wait 4 years. Justin was kind enough to say that he couldn't watch me go through another winter, and I just didn't think that I was capable of going through another winter myself. So we kind of put fast forward on it. Our house was on the market, so it took a long time to sell. But when we came back from our honeymoon in March, our house sold a couple of weeks after that. Then it was moving in with mum and dad, which was amazing and kind of exciting and fun. Um, might have been quite daunting for Justin moving in with his parents-in-law, but he handled it like an absolute true gentleman. So we started making our plans to move to the Gold Coast. We'd visited the Gold Coast at the end of our honeymoon, did a bit of a suburb crawl because I'd really only known the places that I had spent the most of my time in. I had a vague idea of the suburbs in general, but not in terms of living in them. So yeah, we did our research and eventually bought a house up here. So a lot of people were just like, "Wow, you're just doing this? Do you have jobs or anything?" Neither of us had jobs up here. It was just something that in my gut instinct, it just went, "You've got to do this and you can't put it off anymore. It's an itch that you've got to scratch, and it's going to be totally worth it." It was absolutely petrifying. I'd lived in Tassie all my life, so 37 years of my life with, 37 years of history, 37 years worth of friends. I'd worked in the same workplace for 17 years. So it was pretty terrifying to think that I could start a life where I didn't get to work with my best friend. I didn't get to work with a bunch of gorgeous, amazing friends that knew me inside and out and had also walked the most tumultuous time of my life with me. They all knew my story inside out, and it was really scary to leave that support network. It was terrifying to leave my family. I already had a brother and his family on the mainland, but my other brother and his wife and family lived in Tassie as well as my mum and dad. So to be 20 minutes from family was something I never ever took for granted. But facing, being in Queensland and being, hours and hours of plane travel away from them was pretty daunting as well. But there was just still something in me that just went, "But this is right, we've just got to do it." Um, I'm the overthinker, anxious, planny girl, and I did not get a job before I came up here. Justin did not get a job before he came up here. That was my biggest leap of faith, my biggest trust in the universe. It felt like it was meant to work out, so I just trusted that it would all work out. Justin got a job. He secured himself an interview on the way up here. Like, we drove up here with a car full of stuff, and he secured an interview on the way up here. He had an interview on the following Monday, I think, after we arrived here on a Friday, and started working on Tuesday or Wednesday. So his job was pretty quick. Mine took another couple of weeks, but I didn't mind because there was a heck of a lot of painting that I had to do back here. But the point of my story is that it was all absolutely worth it. It's still a little bit bittersweet. I would much rather have my bestie in my workplace every day and to live 5 minutes away from me. I would still love to be able to go visit mum and dad on my days off and have a cup of tea and a proper chat with them face to face. I would still love to be able to go and raid my brother's music collection and see what he's listening to this week, because that's kind of a thing we do. And, I miss all of those things, but at the same time, we're building a life up here that is going to be just as rich and amazing, and it's all been worth it. As much as it's been hard and sad, and there's been a lot of trials that have happened since we got up here in terms of our life back in Tassie. A lot of things have fallen apart. I lost a beautiful friend really suddenly, and that was really horrific to grieve for her on my own, and not with my support network. And I lost my grandfather as well, which was also really hard. Um, and we've had cancer in the family, and it's all been pretty stuff that normally would have rattled old Kate and made her go, oh, they're signs, we shouldn't have done it. But nothing's rattled me. I feel like my feet are firmly planted where they're meant to be. I'm a sun, sea, salt, ocean kind of girl. So this has just been a perfect fit for me, and I would just encourage you, please don't be reckless on account of my advice, but a change in lifestyle has also just been another little piece in the jigsaw for me, and has really made things click and come to life for me, and been the icing on top of the cake in terms of my blissful life. And it may not be something as big as packing up your whole life and moving thousands of kilometres away, but it might just be that thing that's in the back of your mind that is really, really an itch that you feel like you need to scratch, or a gut instinct that you just feel is going to be the right thing for you. Or I'd just really encourage you to sit with that, really, really explore it. And if it feels like it's just meant to be, if it feels like it's the right thing to do, put it out there, and the universe has already got a plan more amazing than you can come up with, and it'll be making its way back to you. So, yeah, just say yes to adventure, and create that life that you just absolutely love getting up for every morning and that you don't need a holiday from. So, love to you from my beautiful sunny Gold Coast home, and I hope that you have an amazing day today. Thanks for joining me, beautiful souls. See ye.